back live in the garage gym, and finally decided to get back after it, being out. And just gonna slowly work back into it. You're gonna see me garage gymming it with some weights. At least that's the idea. And that's what we're gonna do tonight. See if we can get some clips out of this. All right, but I plan on doing some cleans. Work on some good form, light squats, some clean squats, or they call them squat cleans. So this is a 35-pound barbell. And I'm using it to stretch out. Light little warm up. So I never go lighter than 15s. Can't really bounce the 10s with these high temp plates. These are Rogue. So 15 pounds on this side. I'm gonna put 15 pounds on the other side. So that's 30 plus 35 bar. Got yourself 65 pounds. And I know some of you are like, oh, so light. This is a good little warm-up weight. So if you've never seen the clean before, it's a great movement. Using a lot, it's a full body. You're using your legs to jump the weight up, and then you're pulling yourself underneath the bar. You know, you can do so much with this movement, but you don't need a barbell to do that. You can also do it with the dumbbell. So, but man, you can get so much done with a dumbbell, any type of workout. So before I got on a streak doing burpees, I'd say I kind of missed this, didn't have enough time to do the weights, but weights are a big part of working out, and without being out, you need them. I absolutely, you need a set of weights to work out, get strong. It don't need to be heavy, but you definitely need some. So 15-pound dumbbell here. It's a jump and a catch. You can squat, you can press, you can do single arm. You can switch, alternate. You can do pumps, squats, push, deadlift. You can do so much, but you need some weight. You need something to hold on to. So we got dumbbells to work with. Also got a set of kettlebells, different weights. Show you. Kettlebell's great too. 26 pounds here. You know, you can deadlift one arm, both arms. You can see my form, how my back is flat. Single arm, you got to feel it in your hamstrings. All right. So So I still got 65 pounds on the bar. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a set of 10s, right? So 65, 75, and then we got 85 pounds. So 85 pounds, you know, and you got to make sure you got your, you know, you do the right weight for you and what you're trying to do, but you can go heavy, you can go real light. So I'm going to get a set of clips here to hold these on. All right, so I think, you know, I've been thinking about a lot about what, you know, I've been listening a lot in these groups and what people are saying and how they're thinking, and there's I mean, so many different viewpoints, and you got to meet people where they're at. And I think about making impact on how I want to share, and as I continue to grow in my activism and how I have conversations. I think one of the main things that I think I want to get across is that it absolutely is possible. People don't think that it's like that you can just eat plants and like work out and be strong. And I think that's the first thing that I think people need to understand. Or believe in. Or do their, I mean, you got to do your research on your own. You got to. Because you do the research, you start looking at it, and again, that's how it all started. You just start learning, and you learn more, and it's not about what you got to be open to being like, I was wrong, or I didn't know about this, and you got to be humble about that. You can't, and what's difficult is your parents, or the, you know, like that's, you were taught these things. And they don't teach these things in school. These things aren't around you. I think more so it's becoming available to the younger generations because you got all these social media. And hence the reason who I'm talking to. I mean, I got a feeling these comments are coming from kids on YouTube. You got to understand, I'm going to say I wish I was at your age, at the young age, finding out about this. So you could be open to it. Or you got to hear it. I'm just saying I never heard it. And I'm going to say if I did hear it, I'd like to be like I'm open enough to learning more about it. And I could be wrong. I could be absolutely wrong. And I'm over here getting weaker and slowly dying, or my family, and I'm causing all this harm. And to me, it doesn't make sense how that could be wrong. With all the research out there, you know, you look at real studies, real data, and real stories of people that are actually not eating any animals and being strong and healthy. I'm talking jacked, strong. And you could do it with no meat, eating no meat. So that it goes, and then you meet people and you see videos of people that are great vegan, not eating any animals for over 70 years. 70. Strong, healthy. So regardless of what you think, you may think it's unhealthy, The data's there, and I'm showing it, and I'm just another story. My whole family, kids started younger than I started. It wasn't over 30 years before my wife and I started learning about all this. We saw a video, Netflix, What the Health, and that's kind of opened up a whole can of, let me learn about this. So we started 30 days plant-based, 30 days. Had no intentions of vegan, had no intentions, but it was very quick when I stumbled across some videos by Gary Yovorsky. He's got this speech talking to students. You gotta watch it and I just took this information in. I'm like, wow, that was really good. Kept